it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Very nice, I'm looking at the camera. Very nice, good, good, good. If I got to make this same turn, but I'm not going to use the brake, what stages am I using? Anyone? You can't just be 2. I'm going to run right into you. I'm using 1, 0. 1, 0. Because again, if I want to make this turn without the bike straightening out, I can't give too much. Now, here's the thing that I like about 2. And Pedro told me this was eye-opening to him. He watches a crap load of my videos, but for some reason he missed this. Stage 2 is always going to make the bike stand up. Who saw the video of me riding out of my garage and then going in between my cars, right? And then my clutch touched my truck handle and it pulled the clutch in, so I had to stop. So now I'm between my 2 cars and I want to continue to go. So I'm going to make sure I'm in first gear, cover the rear brake, blah, blah, blah. If I start out in stage 1, or stage 0.75, what's going to happen to my bike most likely? The handlebars are going to start to, one way or the other. I can't afford for that to happen if I'm in a confined space. That's why I'll go right to 2. But remember, it's 2 rear brake. Who's heard the term when in doubt, throttle out? Yeah? Yeah, motorcycle riders love making shit rhyme, but that's not going to always work, right? That's why we use the rear brake, because 2 is to get it to stand up, but rear brake is to keep it in control. So sometimes stage 2 is to get the bike to act right. Sometimes you're trying to get the bike to act right and you don't like the way the bike feels because you're feeling all of this. And you're doing all of this with your handlebars, but all you got to do is spank it. How do you spank your bike? Stage 2. So let me show you that real quick. Bike is doing all of this. 2. Every time you do that, it's going to go straight, but rear brake at the same time. 2, rear brake. That's how you get this bike to act right. Now, this usually happens when you're making a turn from a stop. If I make you turn your handlebars, which I'm not going to make you guys do today from a start. Well, Pedro, I'll make him do it. Maybe some, we'll see. We'll see what we get out here today. A lot of the times when people are trying to make a turn and they want to go that way, as soon as they open up the clutch, the bike goes that way. Why is that happening? Too much power, right? So stage 2 without the brake, that's what's going to happen. That's why we do 2 rear brake, right? But sometimes that's not even enough, because what they're doing is they have their left foot on the ground. As soon as I watch, look at the bike. Is the bike straight up? Am I straight up? Okay, I cover the rear brake. Is it lean now? Yes. So because the bike is lean, remember, we're on 2 wheels. It always wants to fall one way or the other. Sometimes the balance works out. Most of the time it's not. It's balance, not your balance. So when they want to go this way and they're all worked up, this left foot that's on the ground, they pick it up like this. So just by doing that, you're throwing the bike to the right. You throw the balance of the bike this way, the bike's going to want to go that way. If I want to make sure I go that way, I need to drop the bike a little bit and then catch it with the clutch. That's a drop and catch. Now, if I don't want to lean, the cadence is drop catch. If I want to lean, the amount that I want the bike to lean is going to be determined by the distance between the drop and the catch. We're tracking? So, drop catch for straight up, drop, catch if I want it to lean. So the distance I am between you and me, I don't need to lean, so I'm going to do a drop catch. Actually, that's what I did the last time I turned in front of you. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let the bike lean a little bit. So that's going to be a drop, catch. Head and eyes, drop, catch. Friction brake, clutch, 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 smooth stop. All right? You're always doing drop and catches when you're comfortable that you know the bike's not going to fall. Now, lastly, I'm going to talk to you about a throw and catch. Throw and catch is just going to the right instead of to the left. Now, this one gives people pause because we already talked about the bike leaning left when I want to turn left. That's why most people like left turns. It's easier because it's kind of already going that way. But if I'm going to go right, the bike's leaning left and I want to go right, I don't like the way this feels at all. So I got to throw the bike to the right. What am I going to throw it with? My left foot. And again, this is nothing crazy. Boop, you just got to throw it slightly. Throw it, catch it. Everything else is the same. I don't want to lean, throw, catch. Head and eyes, clutch right before the friction zone. Throw, catch. Rear brake. Rear brake. Friction brake, friction brake, friction brake. Oh, God, I get goosebumps to stop it so damn smooth. All right. Any questions about any of that? All right. That's the way we stop right there. It's the ultimate control of your motorcycle. That's why this first exercise, it's my favorite because it's all on you. All on you. Any of you guys ever seen an airline pilot land a plane? Like in the cockpit? That thing is all over the place, right? They got the hand here because they are involved. It ain't landing itself, although they can in this day and age. But that's why I always use the analogy of the airline pilot. Any of us could sit in that seat at 30,000 feet on autopilot. That's your motorcycle, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 miles per hour. It doesn't, it's fine. But when it's time to land, it's all on you. As I'm stopping, I'm feeling stuff and I'm doing stuff. But remember, the stuff we do, small. We don't have to do anything big. Now, I expect all of you to do big stuff today. I expect your movements to be choppy and big. That's fine. I told you today is the first date that you're dating your bike. And you're going to be slow dancing with your bike. And if you've never slow danced before, yeah, you're going to have 2 left feet. That's the equivalent. That's okay. As time goes on, it's going to smooth out. That's nerves.